A very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 2023 Open Days for Westville Girls High School. Congratulations on considering this fine institution as a possible one for your daughter or ward, and I hope that this presentation will prove insightful for all of you and answer most of the questions you might have. I would like to begin by talking about our ethos and values. We are a school that upholds all sorts of ethics and values that we believe are really important. We feel that in a world that largely lacks a moral compass, it has become incumbent on us as a school to emphasize this ethos or these ethics and values as much as we are possibly able. But I will go into that in more detail shortly. The school is not just about academics. Obviously, the pursuit of excellence in terms of academics is our absolute focus at the school. But we aim to offer an education that is very holistic and that allows every girl at the school to find a niche in which she can develop her potential and her passion and discover her purpose. So it is about making sure that we are working in a very three-dimensional way with our girls and making sure that whatever potential they have is emphasized through the interventions that we have at the school. Our motto is Incepta ne Desistem, Latin, and it translates, as you can see, as may I not shrink from my purpose, or stay the course effectively. The focus on resilience is important, especially across the time that COVID has been with us. We have noticed that the girls have really struggled with their capacity to rise to the challenges that have been presented by the pandemic. We believe that one of the most important qualities we can cultivate in every girl is a sense of resilience, coupled with the courage to pick oneself up and to continue. There are two pillars on which the school stands, and both are equally important. The first pillar is dignity in diversity. We are very proud of the fact that our school is so diverse in every single way possible, and we embrace the energy and the excitement that this kind of diversity brings to our institution. We emphasize in every way, shape, or form that diversity needs to be recognized and accepted and respected. The term "A School with a Soul" was introduced when I became principal in 2019, and effectively it posits this idea that we would like to grow in every girl a sense of worth and a sense of belonging. These two pillars are critical for upholding the culture of the school, for making sure that the girls' interactions with one another cultivate a genuine sisterhood and cultivate a climate of kindness, respect, and encouragement. We're very proud of our results, and obviously one of the reasons you might be considering bringing your daughter or ward to the school is because of our academic record. Unfortunately, our 2021 results have not yet been released, but these are just a sort of snapshot of the results from 2020, and we were particularly proud of the fact that our girls achieved as they do. I need to emphasize that we don't only celebrate the achievements of those top achievers at the school. We celebrate every young woman's achievement at the school, particularly those who might have struggled academically and achieved way beyond what they thought they might be able to achieve. However, having said that, last year our Ducks pupil, Kalom Cynthia Bona Oyono, was placed second nationally in the quintile 5 schools, first in KZN, first in eThekwini, and first in the Pinetown district. And she is now studying at Harvard, and we are very, very proud of her. So many of the girls who attended Westville Girls High have achieved beautifully and wonderfully in so many respects in their working lives and their professional lives. I would like to say that unfortunately there are suggestions that if one sends one's daughter or ward to a public school as opposed to a private school, it disadvantages them. And I want to completely do away with that myth. The fact of the matter is that no matter what examination board conducts the exams, the ultimate certification body is Umalusi, and they make sure that every learner, no matter what school they go to and no matter which examination board they conducted their examinations under, are equalized. So I hope that settles that possible concern that some of you might have. We have a vast extra and co-curricular program at the school in both sporting and culture, and we are very, very proud of the huge number of sporting codes that we offer at the school and the cultural activities that the girls are allowed to engage in. And this goes back to my point that I made earlier about maximizing the girls' potential and making sure that we can grow their character so that they can become the kind of woman they would like to be. We have had many learners achieve remarkably well at the school in sport and in culture. Our marimba band is a case in point. It is the top marimba band in the country, and we have achieved awards both nationally and internationally. Most recently, the girls in the Griffin Marimba Band won an international competition, which is exceptional. We had one of our girls, Erin Sturkenberg, compete in the Tokyo Olympics in rock climbing. And yes, I think we just make sure that coupled with this idea that we are maximizing every girl's potential, they are pursuing excellence in the fields in which they engage outside of the normal school day. Ordinarily, we would have a large number of inter-house events. Obviously, with COVID, we've had to be quite careful with that, and we've had to work within the scope of what we've been allowed to do. But we hope that very soon we'll be able to go back to that. And obviously, these types of events cultivate immense school spirit. We make sure that we offer academic intervention and extension after the formal school day so that any girl who is struggling or who would like to develop her academics further is able to engage with what we have to offer them. We focus hugely on work for the community. We have a very active Interact, and we make sure that all our girls focus on servant leadership. Ordinarily, again, we conduct large numbers of local and provincial excursions, and every second year we try to go on some kind of tour outside of the country. Obviously, these excursions and tours have been severely curtailed because of COVID, which is highly regrettable, but again, we will resume those when we are able. What I like very much about our leadership program at the school is that from grade 10, every girl has the ability to engage with the leadership program. They're invited to do so in grade 10, and they can involve themselves in a large number of service and leadership fields. We obviously want every girl to discover her leadership potential, and we believe that we give every girl that opportunity. We're very proud of our association with the World Leading Schools Association and the fact that many of our girls have been involved quite intimately with that association, and we recognize that it grows their understanding and our credibility internationally. We have a hugely supportive school governing body, and that is really what makes the school function as effectively as it is able. And we are blessed last year and currently to have a very proactive SGB chairperson who is Mrs. Emma Dunk. I'm very grateful to the parents who serve on the governing body for all that they do for the school. We're equally proud of our facilities, which we are working very hard on upgrading currently, and I'll just whip through some of the more important ones that we have at the school. The first of these is the MJC, which you are currently sitting in. This center serves many purposes as an indoor sports center housing hockey, basketball, badminton, and in some instances netball. But many other events are able to take place in the school, and we are able to hold full school assemblies in the center, which is large enough to accommodate nearly 1,200 girls, which is the sort of sum total of our pupil cohorts. We have an Astro facility at the back of the school, which is shared between Westville Girls and Westville Senior Primary and Westville Boys. And very soon the surface is going to be replaced, and so it will look spankingly brand new, which is great news. I would argue that our media center is probably the best in the country at any school, be it private or public. It is a phenomenal space. The focus of the school is on making sure that the girls have a space where they can engage academically with their work in a very tangible way. The demise of reading does not take place at this school. The media center sits at the heart of the school, and no doubt you just have seen it or will be seeing it on your tour, and I'm sure you will be very impressed by what you have to see. We have a brand new building called the Matrix, which obviously you will see as well, which is our Commerce and Mathematics Center. And the classrooms are huge and spacious and really point the way for future development should we go that route. Obviously, this is me, so that there is a face to the voice. And then I have a hugely supportive management team with my deputies, Mrs. Ruthan, Ms. Singh, Mrs. Maskell, and Mrs. Raymond. Mrs. van den Berg is also part of senior management and deals with discipline. Our discipline structures are very clear and very solid. We have a comprehensive code of conduct, which every learner is obviously expected to follow. And Mrs. van den Berg, in her way, manages discipline beautifully. We believe that discipline should be restorative as far as we are able to engage with that philosophy. And we really don't have that many disciplinary issues for a school our size. And it's attributable to the fact that we have got very clear structures that are very carefully managed. And all of this is done under the auspices of Mrs. van den Berg. The grade controllers for grade 8 2022 currently are Ms. Angapan and Mrs. Lilford, who have been grade controllers of grade 8 for a while, and they will continue to engage with grade 8. They're a fine pair of women who will work with your daughters in a highly empathetic and sensitive way, and I'm very grateful to them for all that they do. We have 3 full-time people in our student support center in terms of psychology and social work, and the girls at any stage can go to either Mrs. Steyn or Ms. Ndlela or Ms. Choke and see them regarding any issues around their psychosocial wellness, around issues based on academic performance. And we are so grateful to have that space for the girls to feel held and loved. All in all, I would like to say that I am very proud to be principal of this unbelievable institution, which has been in existence since 1964. I regard it as a privilege and an honor to be its principal, and I do hope that you will consider sending your daughter or ward to the school, because I'm telling you now, you will not regret it. Thank you very much.